family and back again. So I got to talk about legal aid. So you guys listen and remember this, yeah? If you're applying for legal aid, you have to be very careful because legal aid is not for everyone, yeah? Legal aid for only some. And what is legal aid anyway, guys? Legal aid is for people for the victims or that who's got no solicitor, so they have to apply for legal aid to get help with solicitors and go there so they can help them. But the thing is, legal aid is very hard to get nowadays. Many of the guys that they try to apply for legal aid, they do an application form and then they say to them, you're not qualified. And even though you are qualified, even though as long as you're not working and you can't afford legal aid and things like that, you have to do an application form and do it. Then after that, it's very easy and helpful for you to get legal aid. But at the same time, when you apply for legal aid, guys, they will say to you, we're not going to get somebody to represent you in court or in tribunal or anything like that. Why would they say that? So at the same time, you will say, oh right, I need to get a legal advice. So when you get legal advice from them, at the same time they cop up the money. They cop up the money for legal aid, which is they get from the government. So look at that. Is that any justice? Does that do you any better? Because you rather go to court by yourself in your own, to represent yourself and things like that, than you get a legal aid, and then they claim that legal aid in your behalf. They get that legal aid in your behalf, and tell you that we don't give you a representative, we don't give you any solicitor to go there. There is no justice in this in life, man. Injustices, oppressions has been happening all along. I'm not saying all people are, corrupt, but some of them are corrupt, where the system does not detect them, or people don't know about it, and the government sometimes don't know about that as well. They haven't got a clue what's going on. But there's some certain those people inside the system where they got it really corrupt, yeah, and they're not going to allow you to do anything. You know what I mean? So if you haven't got any money to get a representative, then make sure, you're applying for legal aid, yeah? Legal aid, they're not going to give you that, yeah? Unless if you've got more money, then you get a solicitor. But if you don't have money, yeah? So legal aid is not working. It's not working. So I think people need to change that system in a better way. As long as that people say, oh, you don't get a representative in court, but we'll give you legal advice. Because many, 99 out of 100, a lot of people that go to court or tribunal, been there in their own before, but they'll feel a little bit scared to go there. They feel a little bit, worried about what to say, because if you get a solicitor, some of the solicitors inside, they got because they've been to court million of times, probably several times they're inside, and they have the confidence to go there and represent, and they know exactly what the judge is going to say, and they know all the judges or the jurors tricks and the respondent tricks as well, what they're going to use on you. That's why sometimes they know when they ask you a question that is is not necessarily, so they're going to say no, stop that and things like that. But for you as a claimant or somebody that a victim went inside, you don't know what questions they're going to ask you. They're going to intimidate you and ask you loads of questions that it's not necessarily in the case anyway, and you don't need it in the case, guys. You know what I mean? So legal aid is kind of thing that people need to understand. So if you got victimized, anything that happens to you before, guys, you should understand that you're right there. So you get a legal aid at any time, and you should get a legal aid the right way. Yeah, why are you getting it the right way? Because if you're not getting it the right way, guys, why are they saying that there's a legal aid and then at the same time there's no legal aid? They say it right, and it's just a facade, yeah. And the way of like, okay, there's help people, okay, there's a legal aid for you, but then when you go and claim it, then they'll say no, okay, we need your bank account, we need your bank statement, we need this, we need that to know. Of course, you got to send all of that for them, but when you send all that to them, you won't get the right solicitor. And solicitors don't want to show their face. They don't want to even turn up in court. So is that fair? Is that fair, guys? Because I wanted to know that about legal aid. Is it fair? So has anyone before got a legal aid and has a solicitor went to them with them to court? If any solicitor went with them to court, then why is it so different? Why is it that different than other people? Where, you know, especially when it comes to discrimination claims and things like that, people, you know, solicitors don't want to go to court. They don't want to go to court with people. Yes, because this is a corruption, you know. Corruption in the system is being vile. It's vile everywhere. It's vile, man. You know what I mean? That's I think it's terrible things that we are going through right now, and I hope, guys, you understand things about legal aid. If you don't know what legal aid is now, please go back and do your research again and read more about legal aid, because I know that for you, 99 out of 100, you guys, you got cases, you got claims, you got things like that, you wanted to get it done, but you don't know what to do. So now, make sure there's something called legal aid, guys. Legal aid, claim it, and go and speak to them. Also, contest it again. If they said that no, you don't want to get anybody, a representative for you, contest it. Say why I don't get any representative to come and represent me in court. So there's no point in me getting legal aid if someone that in court, that the solicitor don't want to go with me to get that. Does that make sense, guys? Of course there's no point, because you just rather leave it and go to court on your own and contest that and tell them no, that's not right. Yeah. So now, anything that you want to know about legal aid, guys, just let me know and I will help you. And if I got, you know, of course I'm in the process of learning myself as well about legal aid and things like that. But then I think it's not hard for you to go back on the internet and search and do your own research properly. Yeah. The other day, one of my friends was saying that, you need a solicitor. You need a solicitor. Remember, do you know, you guys, you know your case, you know your problem, you know anything. Even if you got a solicitor, solicitors normally just trying to get the story. They're trying to get the whole story that you know and the whole things that you heard of before. Yeah. Then when they get the story right, then they'll say, oh, right, okay, I can represent you, and they try to give you advice. Yeah, according to that. Yeah. So if you can't be asked and say, this is my case, because solicitor is not going to just sit down at the table and tell you, oh, right, okay, you know you're going to win your case. So you don't have to tell me this and that and that. It's not going to feel it. Solicitor just knows, you know, solicitors know the law. They know X, Y, and Z, and they'll tell you this is what you need to do. This is what. But if you've done your own research, it'll probably become better than the solicitor, because you know the case by heart. You know what happens to you exactly. So family, that's all you got to know about legal aid. The next topic is going to be a different one as well. It's not just legal aid. So wake up, family.